Hi everyone, we are in Rosh Ha Nikra. This is the most north seashore in Israel. We are right next to Lebanon on this side.
That's right. We just wanted to share with you about an event that happened right here exactly 70 years ago, March 1948.
There is a place in Israel at the very top of the coastline called Rosh Ha Nikra. It is one of Israel's most unique locations, as it is the only spot in the entire country where the sea meets the mountains. Besides having a fascinating history, Rosh Ha Nikra is home to a spectacular natural phenomenon, the grottos, a system of caves formed by the crashing waves against the white chalky rocks. This place can get so dangerous that the local authorities must close it to public access. But why is it so dangerous? And what happens here that at times they must shut this place down? Stay tuned to find out. Like most places in Israel, Rosh Ha Nikra is also rich with history. It is believed to have been mentioned in a few ancient writings. 2 times in the Bible, in the book of Joshua as Brook Misrefot, in the book of Maccabees as the Ladder of Tyre, and by Josephus Flavius, a 1st century historian, as the northern border of Acre. However, it is the more recent history that is more intriguing here.
So here's something really cool. There used to be a railway that goes all the way from Israel to Lebanon, Beirut. That is a pretty cool railway.
Rosh Ha Nikra was used as a railway tunnel in the time of the British Mandate. Apparently, it was used as a passage from Turkey to Egypt via Israel. To the most part, this railway was used to ship caravans and supplies for British soldiers. But during the darkest days of history, in the Second World War, this railroad was used to smuggle in Jews from Europe into Israel. And as a result, many Jewish lives were saved. The railway was attacked many times.
The Haganah blew up the railway tunnel in Rosh Ha Nikra.
And eventually, it was terminated by Israel to hinder the Lebanese arms shipments to Arab forces.
The very place we're walking through right now, in order to stop the Lebanese to smuggle in weaponry.
And it was this very place where Israeli and Lebanese officials negotiated and concluded an armistice agreement which partly ended the War of Israeli Independence of 1948.
And help win the war.
And stop the basically communications with Lebanon and a way to get there by train.
That's right, yeah. This is
So cool.
very cool.
Yeah. And there are grottos that we walk through where the amplifications of the sound of the water, it is just so scary, it makes your heart beat and drop. But it's so cool to see too.
So how did these caves form?
Oh my gosh! Wait.
Look where the water is.
Oh no, you got all wet.
Over many years, the powerful breaking waves kept crashing against the soft lime rocks, creating cavities that grew larger and larger with time, until these beautiful grottos were formed. It is also believed that the rainwaters that seep through the rocks also help carve the caves and the peculiar windows that peek at the gorgeous turquoise water. The walkway inside the cave system, which is open to the public, is only 200 meters long, or 650 feet, and branches off to different directions.
Ready? We gotta run, go, 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 go!
Careful, careful.
And while most of the days of the year you can walk through the cave system, there are days when the sea gets so rough that the managing authorities close the public access to the grottos due to the danger of flooding and drowning.
I see light at the end of the tunnel. Little drops in the air. It's just like the mist from the waves and all that. It's wet.
Rosh Ha Nikra is literally located on the very border with Lebanon. And in fact, it serves as the only border crossing between the two countries. But unfortunately, no one is allowed to cross it except the UN personnel. So as much as we would like to show you what is behind this fence, it will have to wait until the next time.
So we've been here once before, and the funny part is we drove through not the main road. We thought, let's take a shortcut, and we found this road that goes right by the border with Lebanon. And we started driving it, nobody was there. It says, there was a sign that says stop, border ahead of you. So we think, well, that's like a stop sign. You stop, you look around and you keep going.
You thought that.
Right, I thought that. So we kept going and we're going. Then all of a sudden we see a tank. An Israeli tank. Right on the road. With a soldier. So I gotta stop and Rhoda goes, maybe we're not supposed to be here. And I think you're right. Yeah.
It was definitely an adventure. I love the borders. They're my favorite. But you know that. So.
What do you like the borders? What do you want to do at the borders?
Cross them.